Hi, I'm Shannon Doyle, and I'm the owner and principal broker here at Eugene Realty Group. And thank you so much for visiting our website. I wanted to just create a quick little video just explaining maybe some of the tips that you can use to really get the maximum amount of use out of our website. I think that our website has several advantages over maybe some other sites that you might have visited, and I just thought I would point those out real quick. So one of the main things about our website is that it pulls directly from the MLS, which is the multiple listing service, and that is our realtor database. It's the most accurate source of data that's available, and unfortunately it's only for licensed agents, but our website does pull directly from there, and it pulls every 15 minutes. I actually think it's more like every 5 minutes, but I say every 15. It is very quick and responsive, and you will see that the data is very accurate. So that is a really great thing. Some of the other sites out there, agents manually input their listings. It's possible to have some errors. And one of the other things, I've really heard a lot of folks express this, and I know personally I bought a home not too long ago, and I found it to be true as well. In our market right now, it's very aggressive, it's very fast moving, things are selling within just a matter of hours or days, and on some of the other sites, it doesn't always show the status of the property. So there are a couple different statuses, and that's going to tell you what's going on with the property. Just because you see it on a website doesn't mean that it's available. It might have offers on it already. The seller might have already accepted an offer, and it may already be kind of far along in the process of already working with another buyer. So when you see a property that shows an active status, it's most likely available. Now that may be that there are some offers on it already, but the seller hasn't consummated an offer or accepted one from one particular buyer. You may have an opportunity to still come in with an offer. However, maybe not. Sometimes they're meeting the seller in an hour and you couldn't possibly get it done that quickly. So that really depends. Your best source of information is going to be an agent helping you to really get in the moment and know the right questions to ask and get that information for you. So that's an active status, which should mean that it's available. There's another status called bumpable buyer, and a bumpable buyer status means that the seller has accepted another offer, but that offer has a contingency. And usually that contingency means that the buyer buying that home has a home to sell themselves, and they're waiting to get a buyer for that home. You can kind of stack up these escrows sometimes. So a bumpable buyer status means that there is a contingency, and if the seller got a better offer that was not contingent, that they could actually bump that buyer. They usually have to give them some notice, and it could be 24 to 72 hours. And so you kind of might have to be a little patient in that zone, but it's possible that that offer could get bumped. Now the other status is pending, and when a property is pending, it is off the market, and that means the seller has accepted an offer. They cannot bump another buyer unless that buyer had a contingency like the bumpable buyer status. When it's pending, that is a buyer that has locked in that property, and the seller is obligated to work with that buyer unless something happened and the buyer wasn't able to get a loan, or their inspection didn't work out so great and some things fell through. Then the buyer could choose to back out, but the seller is obligated to work with that buyer. So active is kind of like a green light, bumpable buyer is kind of like a yellow light, and pending is sort of like a red light where it's already off the market. So our website actually shows those statuses, and they are direct from the MLS. We actually get fined if they're not correct on the MLS to make sure that the data is accurate. So you can really trust on our site when it's showing the different statuses. It's going to be pretty accurate. It's as accurate as we have. Some of the other sites out there I know do not show the status, and they're not always accurate either, where the agent would actually have to go in and change it on there. And some of these third-party sites, we don't go to all of them and update the status. We usually just go to the MLS and we update it there. So that's what's so great about our site pulling directly from the MLS. Another great thing about our site is if you sign up on our site, what's going to happen is you've created an account. You can actually start favoriting properties and get back to them quickly. You can set up multiple searches and have them email you properties as soon as they come up. You can have those come up daily, weekly, monthly. If you're not in a big hurry and you just kind of want to see properties sometimes but not every day, or if you're actively searching, it'll email them out to you every day. So you can adjust your search criteria anytime you want, and I think it's pretty user-friendly to use. If you have questions about it though, certainly reach out to the agent that was assigned to you as your contact here at the site to help you, and they'll be able to adjust those things for you too. And there's another thing on the pages there as you're looking at the properties, there's a button that says schedule a showing. If you reach out and click that and then put in the times and stuff, then we'd be able to schedule a showing for you, and you can just do that right through the site. So that's kind of nice too. You can interact with a licensed agent, can answer any of your questions about any of the properties. If you'd like additional pictures or anything like that, the agent would probably be able to go out and do some of that for you if you're out of the area and different things like that. And then our site has lots of other things on there too. You just have to kind of tool around a little bit. But we actually have a market trends page that shows every week we post the current market trends by zip code here in Lane County. And then we also have a market report page, and that's a 6-month market report that shows the actives, the pendings, and the solds. So you can actually go back and see some of the solds and get a little bit of an idea of, average days on the market and the average price and square footage and things like that for a particular area. So those are pretty neat, and you can also set yourself up automatically to get one every month. It'll automatically email it to you. There's a little button at the top of the page. We have several searches that are already built out on our site. So we have a page that has all the foreclosures right there. We have one that has new construction homes. We have area pages built out by the different areas. So, like Santa Clara, the River Road area, or the Bethel Danabo area, just different areas. And you can go right on there and see all the homes for sale right there. You can also see on those pages by the price point so that you can search exactly for what you're looking for. And trying to think of all the different things our site has, but there's a lot of different options there. And of course, you're plugged in with one of us. We have a great team of agents here that are active, full-time, licensed agents in the whole state of Oregon. So if you have any questions, you just go ahead and reach out to us through the site. Give us a call, a text, or an email. Doesn't matter how you contact us, and we'll be very responsive. I think that's the one thing you'll find is whenever you need information, we'll get right back to you as quick as we can and try to help you through the process. So if there's anything we can do to help you with your home buying search, feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to help. Thanks so much.